Good morning. Thank you for joining me in this morning mindfulness practice. The whole process of mental adjustment and attunement can be summed up in one word: gratitude. That's from Wallace D. Wattles' book, The Science of Getting Rich. And it's something that Bob Proctor taught me was the most important way, the fastest way to get into alignment with what you want, get into alignment with the good in the universe, get into a better mood, lift your spirits, start attracting what you want to you, living your life with gratitude. And Wallace D. Waddell says that is the first step toward getting rich. The first step toward getting rich is to convey the idea of your wants to the formless substance. The formless substance is thinking stuff. Most people think they're thinking just because they have random thoughts running through their head. And most people think that their thoughts are the truth. I think a thought, therefore it must be true. Well, your thoughts are based on programming by society. They're based on programming genetically. Think about what you think about. The thoughts that you have rolling around in your head sometimes are kind of mean, almost disastrous. The thoughts that you think can be based on what you're worried about, what you think might happen. And that's based on worry, doubt, ignorance, and fear. When you start thinking through faith, when you gain an understanding and have well-being and get into alignment with the energy that creates worlds, the energy of love, the energy of God, abundance, prosperity, creativity, then you can create a life that you really want. If you are a spiritual person, you know that there is something greater than you, something greater that holds everything together like a giant matrix or puzzle. We want to be in harmony with this formless intelligence. Wallace Waddell says, you will see that in order to convey the idea of your wants to the formless substance, it becomes necessary to relate yourself to the formless intelligence in a harmonious way. To secure this harmonious relationship is a matter of such primary and vital importance that he's going to give some space to its discussion here. He said, I will give you instructions which, if you follow them, will be certain to bring you into a perfect unity with the mind of God. The whole process of mental adjustment and attunement can be summed up in one word: gratitude. First, you believe that there is one intelligent substance from which all things proceed. Secondly, you believe that this substance gives you everything you desire. And thirdly, you relate yourself to it through a feeling of deep and profound gratitude. Wallace Wattles tells us that many people who order their lives rightly in all other ways are kept in poverty by their lack of gratitude. Having received one gift from God, they cut the wires which connect them with Him by failing to make acknowledgement. It's easy to understand that the nearer we live to the source of wealth, the more wealth we shall receive. It's also easy to understand that a soul that is always grateful lives in closer touch with God than one who never looks to Him in thankful acknowledgement. When good things come to us, the more gratefully we fix our mind on the supreme power, the more good things we will receive, and the more rapidly they will come. The reason for this is simply that the mental attitude of gratitude draws the mind into closer touch with the source from which the blessings come. If this is a new thought to you, that gratitude brings your whole mind into closer harmony with the creative energies of the universe, consider it well, and you will see that it is true. The good things you already possess have come to you because of certain rules. Gratitude will lead your mind out along the ways by which things come, and it will keep you in close harmony with creative thought and prevent you from falling into repetitive thought. Gratitude alone can keep you looking toward the infinite and prevent you from falling into the error of thinking that the supply of riches is limited. And to think that the supply of riches is limited, there is a law of gratitude, and if you are to get the results you seek, it is absolutely necessary that you should observe this law. The law of gratitude is the natural principle that action and reaction are always equal and in opposite directions. The grateful outreaching of your mind in thankful praise to the supreme power is a liberation or an expenditure of force. It cannot fail to reach that to which it is addressed. And as a result, God responds with an instantaneous movement toward you. Draw nigh unto God, and He will draw nigh unto you. That is a statement of psychological truth. And if your gratitude is strong and constant, the reaction in the formless substance will be strong and continuous. The movement of the things you want will always be toward you. Notice the grateful attitude that Jesus took, how He always seems to be saying, I thank Thee, Father, that Thou hearest me. You cannot exercise much power without gratitude, because it is gratitude that keeps you connected with infinite power. The law of gratitude. There is a law of gratitude, and if you are to get the results you seek, it is absolutely necessary that you should observe this law. The law of gratitude is the natural principle that action and reaction are always equal and in opposite directions. The creative power within us makes us into the image of that to which we give our attention. We are thinking substance, and thinking substance always takes the form of that which it thinks about. You know, when we talk about riches, I'm not talking about being greedy or just being financially wealthy. I'm talking about being richly blessed in every area of your life. richly blessed in relationships with your family, with your friends and loved ones. How wonderful it would be to have such a loving relationship with your spouse, with your parents and children, with your co-workers even, that you are in such high vibrational energy that you are surrounded by people who always have your best interest at heart, and you will do anything for your loved ones because the love is so strong. Feeling that your life is a wonderful adventure, that everything happens for a reason, that knowing if things are going poorly, if you feel that there is things that you would change in your life, rather than dwelling on how bad things are, think about how wonderful life truly is, and that there is a law of polarity, that if something is going really bad, there must be something really good in it. And you won't know how good life can be unless you let go of what's no longer serving you. Let go of what you think is the worst thing in your life. Maybe it turns out to be the best thing in your life. You can't hold on to something good and expect something better. The grateful mind is always fixed upon the best. Therefore, it tends to become the best. It takes the form or character of the best and will receive the best. If you have faith that the best is coming to you and you're in a vibrational energy of well-being, you get into a state of being joyful, happy, at peace, grateful. The grateful mind continually expects good things, and expectation becomes faith. Faith is born of gratitude. The reaction of gratitude upon one's own mind produces faith. Every outgoing wave of grateful thanksgiving increases faith. Visualize a funnel of lavender energy flowing into the crown of your head, circulating through your head and down into every area of your entire body. Feeling grateful for life, grateful for breath, grateful for the soft, warm, comfortable bed that you woke up in, grateful for the new day that is dawning, new opportunities in front of you, grateful for clean running water, grateful for the vehicle that you're driving or whatever transportation you have, grateful for the clothes in your closet, grateful for the choices that you make, grateful for the things that you have in your life because they have come about based on your previous thinking, the choices you made, everything that you've thought of up until now. And if there's something more that you want, be grateful for it about to come into your physical life, because everything that you think about with emotion creates the life that you live. As this beautiful lavender energy is flowing in to your mind and you start to think about what you really want, let this beautiful energy flow freely to and through you, circulating into every molecule of your being. Let your body become very light. Think of something that you really desire. Mentally envision yourself, what it would be like to be already in possession of the result that you desire. Maybe it's a loving relationship. Maybe it is more financial blessings. What would your life be like if you had the money that you really wanted? Not to get out of debt, but so much wealth flowing into your life. What would you do with the excess? How would you be spending your days? What would you do for your leisure time? What kind of clothing would you be wearing and home would you be living in? How healthy, vibrantly alive would you be feeling that you're so strong and healthy, you can do whatever you like, feeling light and happy and energetic and joyful. Get into that state of being. The results in your mind are as real as the clothes that you're wearing. Not only seeing the picture in your mind, but feeling what it's like to already be there. In order to get into a new dimension of productivity, you must totally relax. Your subconscious mind, your emotional mind, accepts whatever you impress upon it as reality. Whatever you imagine with a deep feeling of gratitude, as if it's yours already, it becomes yours. You tap into the creative mind of the universe. Get your body into a totally relaxed state of being and visualize the picture as if you're already there. All true professionals and athletes employ this imaging process. It doesn't matter if you're in sports or in business or just generally in your life. You could see what you would really love to be, to do, to have. Your future can be everything you've ever dreamed about and then some. The great architect of the universe will help you build whatever you can imagine. If you allow your imagination to go to places that you really desire, and more importantly, to get emotionally involved, why would you want to have that thing, that relationship, that place, that adventure, what do you think it will bring to you? If you believe that you'll be happier, healthier, more at peace, you'll have more friends, you'll have more fun, you'll have more joy. You actually have to get into that state of being that. Feel that energy. Feel the peace, feel the joy, feel the happiness, feel the prosperity, feel the rich blessings. Get yourself into that state of already being there and feel grateful for it already being in your life. Getting into that mental attunement getting in tune with that energetic vibration. Getting into the harmonious relationship with the good that surrounds you, the good in everything, and the good in everything will move toward you. You must think in a certain way because you must have it before you can give it, and you must have it before you can receive it. Wallace Waddell says it's not enough that you should have a wish to travel, to see things, to live more, to have more. Everyone has those desires. If you were going to send a telegram message to a friend, you would not send the letters of the alphabet in order and let your friend construct the message for himself, nor would you take words at random from the dictionary. You would send a coherent sentence, one which meant something. When you try to impress your wishes upon the thinking substance, remember that it must be done in a coherent statement. You must know what you want and be definite. You can never have the blessings that you want or ignite the creative power into action by sending out unformed longings and vague desires. See in your mind a clear picture of your wishes and how it will look when you actually get it, when you're living there. Just like a sailor has a port toward which he is sailing in his mind, you must have a clear mental picture continually in your mind. You must keep your face toward the port that you're sailing to all the time. It's not necessary to take exercises in concentration or to set aside special times for prayer and affirmations. But you must want something so deeply that it will stay in your thoughts. Spend as much of your leisure time as you can in contemplating your picture. Unless your desire is strong enough to hold your thoughts to the purpose, whether it is for love, for prosperity, for health, hold your thoughts as the magnetic pole holds the needle of the compass. The more clear and definite you make your picture and the more you dwell upon it, the stronger your desire will be. And the stronger your desire, the easier it will be to hold your mind fixed upon the picture of what you want. Live in the new house mentally until it takes form around you physically. In the mental realm, enter at once into full enjoyment of the things you want, feeling grateful for them already being here. Whatsoever things you ask for when you pray, believe that you receive them, and you shall have them. See the things you want as if they were actually around you all the time. See yourself owning and using them, making use of them in your imagination, just as you will use them when you're in tangible, physical reality. Dwell upon your mental picture until it is clear and distinct. Then take the mental attitude of ownership toward everything in that picture. Take possession of it in your mind in the full faith that it is actually yours. Hold on to this mental ownership. Do not waver for an instant in the faith that it is real. And be as thankful for it all the time as you expect to be when it has taken form. When you can sincerely thank God for the things which you own only in imagination, you have real faith. You will get rich. You will cause the creation of whatsoever you want. You need not pray repeatedly for the things you want. It is not necessary to tell God about it all the time. For your Father knoweth that you have need of these things before you ask. Hold steady to your vision with the purpose of causing its creation into solid form, and have the faith that you are doing so. Believe that you receive them. Once you have clearly formed your vision, the whole matter turns on receiving. It is faith and purpose in the use of the imagination which makes the difference between the dreamer and the scientist. Live in the new house, wear the fine clothes, ride in the automobile, go on the journey, and confidently plan for greater journeys. Think and speak of all the things you have asked for in terms of actual present ownership. Imagine the exact environment and financial condition you desire, and live all the time in that imaginary environment and financial condition. Hold to the faith that the imaginary is being realized and to the purpose required to realize it. Create a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me in this morning mindfulness practice. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 7. Thank you.